Think your dog adores you no matter what. Sadly, that's not always true. In this video, I'll reveal 10 surprising signs that your dog might not be your biggest fan. If you miss these signals, you could unintentionally damage your bond. And the last one will completely shock you. It's the most misread canine behavior out there. Now, let's uncover what your dog's actions are really telling you. Number 10. The unusual yawns and licks. You might think your dog is just sleepy or stretching out their jaw. But excessive yawning and lip licking could mean something very different. These are classic signs of stress and discomfort. Imagine being stuck in an awkward conversation with someone you don't like. You'd probably fidget, right? Well, dogs do the same thing when they're uneasy around someone. To solve this problem, give them space and avoid overwhelming interactions. Let them come to you instead of forcing affection. But never punish or scold them for these behaviors. It'll only make them more anxious. Instead, build trust by engaging in positive reinforcement training and rewarding calm, happy interactions. Over time, you'll start seeing fewer stress yawns and more passionate tail wags. Number 9. Flinch first, trust later. Have you ever gone in for a hug only to feel the person stiffen up like a board? Awkward, right? Well, dogs do the same thing when they're uncomfortable with someone's touch. If your pup flinches, tenses up, or pulls away when you reach out, they might not be feeling the love. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be the person their dog is afraid of. If you see this, stop forcing physical contact and let them decide when they want affection. Then, use treats and gentle encouragement to associate your touch with positive experiences. Next, observe their body language. Relaxed ears and a wagging tail mean they're comfortable, while stiff posture means they need space. Finally, if the issue persists, consider professional training or behavioral therapy to help rebuild their confidence in you. Number 8. Everybody's favorite, except you. Picture this. Your dog is bouncing with excitement when your friend walks in. But when you call their name, crickets. If your pup seems to prefer literally anyone else over you, it might sting a little. But it's also a sign that your bond needs work. When your dog isn't vibing with you, don't force it. Instead, become the person they want to be around. The first thing you can do is spend more quality time together, play games, go for walks, or just sit calmly in the same room. You can also use treats and praise to create positive associations with your presence. But avoid overwhelming them with too much attention at once. Give them space to warm up at their own pace. Number 7. The look-away dilemma. Many people assume that when a dog avoids eye contact, they're just being shy or independent. But in reality, consistent avoidance can signal discomfort, distrust, or even fear. Dogs that feel safe and connected will often make soft, relaxed eye contact. For this, you should start building trust through calm interactions and positive reinforcement. Use a relaxed, inviting tone when speaking to them, and reward them when they glance your way. Most importantly, never force eye contact. Dogs find that threatening, and it'll only push them further away. Focus on making interactions feel safe and enjoyable, and the eye contact will come naturally over time. Number 6. The meh homecoming. You walk through the door expecting a tail-wagging, face-licking welcome. But instead, your dog barely lifts their head. Ouch! While not every pup is super excitable, a complete lack of enthusiasm when you come home might mean something's wrong. Most dogs greet their favorite humans with at least some level of excitement. If yours couldn't care less, you might have some relationship repair to do. In order to rebuild excitement, start by making your return a positive experience. Keep greetings calm but happy, and offer treats or playtime to associate your arrival with good things. But don't make the mistake of ignoring them completely. Dogs thrive on social interaction, and a distant owner leads to a distant dog. Also, avoid overwhelming them with too much energy if they're naturally more reserved. Meet them at their comfort level, and over time, you'll see a more enthusiastic welcome. Number 5. Silent but deadly warning sign. Did you know that most dog bites don't come out of nowhere? Before things escalate, dogs give plenty of warning signs, but many people miss them. A low growl, stiff posture, whale eye, when the whites of their eyes show, or even lip licking can all be subtle ways your dog is saying, back off. If you notice these signals directed at you, it's a major red flag that your pup isn't comfortable in your presence. When you see this, don't punish them. It only makes them more anxious and reactive. Instead, take a step back and assess the situation. Are you pushing them too hard? Respect their boundaries and give them space. Also, avoid sudden movements or direct staring, as both can feel threatening. If these signs continue, consult a professional trainer to rebuild trust before the issue gets worse. Number 4. The walk away. Rejection. Ever walk toward your dog, only to have them casually stand up and saunter away like you don't exist? It stings, doesn't it? While some dogs are more independent, a pup that consistently avoids you is sending a clear message. They'd rather be somewhere else, and that's not something to ignore. To fix this, first, stop chasing after them. Forcing interaction will only push them further away. Then, try using positive reinforcement. Sit calmly nearby and reward them when they approach you willingly. Next, engage in activities they enjoy, like a walk or their favorite game, to associate you with fun experiences. Finally, stay patient. Earning back their trust takes time, but with consistent effort, they'll start choosing to be around you. Number 3. No fetch, no fun. Imagine inviting a friend to hang out, only to have them completely ignore you. That's what it feels like when your dog refuses to play with you. Dogs use play to bond, burn energy, and express happiness. If yours won't engage, it could mean they don't see you as a fun or trusted companion. Do your play sessions feel like a one-sided relationship? Change things up. The first thing you can do is experiment with different types of games. Some dogs prefer fetch, while others love tug-of-war or hide-and-seek. You can also try interactive toys like puzzle feeders to make bonding time more engaging. But avoid forcing play when they're not in the mood. It should be a fun experience, not a stressful one. Keep it light, and soon enough, they'll start seeing you as their favorite play buddy. Number 2. The ultimate trust test. Most dogs will do just about anything for a treat, so if yours is refusing food from you, that's not just picky eating, it's personal. This can be a huge sign of distrust or anxiety, especially if they normally eat without hesitation. A dog that won't take food from your hand might be feeling uneasy in your presence. If your dog is snubbing your treats, don't take it as a personal insult. Take it as a challenge to rebuild their trust. First, try offering high-value treats like chicken or cheese instead of their usual kibble. But don't force it. Let them come to you on their own terms. Also, avoid sudden movements when feeding them, as this can make them wary. Over time, using treats as a reward for calm interactions will help them associate you with good things. Number 1. The misleading tail. Most people think a wagging tail always means a happy dog, but that's far from the truth. A dog's tail is like their mood ring, and different wags mean different things. A loose, relaxed wag is great. But what if their tail is stiff, low, tucked, or even wagging in slow, tense movements? Well, they're probably feeling uncomfortable, anxious, or even annoyed with you. To understand what your dog is telling you, start by observing their tail position. First, look for a relaxed, natural wag. That's a good sign. Then, pay attention to stiff, high-held wags, which can mean agitation, or tucked tails, which signal fear. If their tail seems tense around you, focus on rebuilding trust with positive experiences. Finally, make sure your interactions are at their comfort level. Pushing too hard too fast can make things worse. Now you know the signs that your dog might not be your biggest fan. But what if you could flip the script and make them adore you? So, watch our next video to learn 14 proven ways to show your dog love in a way they actually understand. Don't risk being the human your dog merely tolerates. Win their heart for real.